All right, here we are with some more test server gameplay, and oh, something not quite right there. This chipmunk costs 5 gold. That doesn't seem like a very good deal for a tier 1, and you can see I'm not too happy about it. But, but in all seriousness, that change, this footage was recorded earlier today, but that change has already been patched out. So at the moment, there is now no longer the escalating gold cost. There's no longer the reduced level up rewards. All of the things that they were trying to nerf the level ups have been removed at the moment. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I guess, to be honest, it justifies why I rarely play on the test server, because the changes come so quickly that even on the same day, so this footage was recorded today, it's already out of date. And that's why I'm now recording the commentary, so that it has some kind of relevance to the last 24 hours of activity. But anyway, on to the run itself. To be honest, I'm pretty unfamiliar with this pack as a whole, although I've looked at all the individual units. The sort of the sequence that you're looking for, you know, the patterns that you want and the level ups that you want, I just don't really know what they are at the moment, and I'm still getting used to the level up choice there. A lot of the time I see the two pets, and for some reason I think I can buy them both, which just is ridiculous. But I'm also trying to condition myself not to sell all my tier 1s on turn 3, because I do that far too much, usually when I'm doing some kind of challenge. And when you're playing the static packs, it's really not a very good idea. So here I take the lemur, and one of the things I was trying to do was make sure I had a toy on board as often as possible so that I could actually use some of the other pets. So they changed. Mandrill's old ability was the cleaning up weakness, but they removed that and changed it to Frigate Bird. And now the Mandrill has Frigate Bird's ability, I think. Or no, if Mandrill has Tabby Cat's old ability, which was when it faints, it breaks the toy. However, it seems like it only breaks the toy in the battle, and it doesn't have any permanent effect. So the toy is still there on the next turn. And I don't really think it's worth pilling a Mandrill for the effect of the toy. Maybe it would be later on, but the thing is you can only do it once. At least in this pack, there's no mushroom. So you can't do like level 3 Mandrill mushroom pill. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced about it. But in any case, here I've got the double hoopoe bird. I think that's the way you pronounce it. And I've boosted the attack a little bit by selling some beavers. It's kind of weird getting used to beaver giving attack instead of health. And pangolin just seems really good. The amount of health it gives is it's almost like the surgeon fish from the golden pack, but you don't actually have to have any trumpets. It will always give the health when it faints. And here I get another hoopoe bird. I decide actually I think I'm going to give up on the lemur, and even though it was at 1.5, I'm just going to give up and take the puppy, because I would rather get the oven mitt, which generates the free mango, which is kind of like, I think it's a +2, +3, so slightly better than a pear. But the fact that it's free is the important part. And I feel like an awful lot of teams have Hatching Chick. Maybe that's just a mental bias, but it's kind of like, I mean, all the Pack 2 units have been preserved, so they're still in there somewhere. And Hatching Chick was always one of those units that everyone was looking for on their level ups for tier 3. And now it's even easier to get it because you've got much more chance of finding it. And here I level up one of the hoopos and I immediately get the Mosasaurus, which to me seems incredibly good. Maybe it was just my luck in this run, I don't know. I think most of the runs I've had where I actually managed to win were because I got the Mosasaurus early. I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that it's unbalanced, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gets toned down. Obviously, you do need to get toys on the board, and it only triggers every second turn. But I think the later the game goes, the easier it is to find a buy sell that will give you a toy, even if it's just a level 1. And here, I think the duplicates thing came into effect there, did it? That buying that hoopoe actually cost more gold than I expected it to. Maybe I just miscounted, but yeah, I decided to run the double hoopoe, even though this particular build of the game was trying to discourage you from doing that. And we've got a little bit of symmetry going with the cake, so they both got the cake that gives you the in-battle temporary stats at the start. And here I think, yeah, level 1 pangolin, probably buying a dragon is an upgrade on that. And then once the toy breaks next turn, I can combine the Mosasaurus and try and level it up. The new flying squirrel seems like it's almost an auto-include for these teams that are based around the toy breaking, because it means that you just get one toy. You can get one toy and then just keep regenerating it with the squirrel, and you don't have to then find other things in the shop. So here we get the double mango, and luckily also get the chocolate. So I can insta-level the Mosasaurus, and it immediately gives me the mongoose, I think it is, which is the tier 6 toy pet. And we'll just take the television because we're just going for full-on degenerate scaling. And I think in this session that I'd played, I was just having such a nightmare. This was the only game I think I'd got anywhere near the double-digit turns and had a chance to win. So I was clearly not playing very well at all. And I kept trying to make Doberman work. You can see it in the shop there. But I feel like it's really bad in this pack, because generally your Doberman is going to have high attack because you're investing into it. So it activates first, it gets the coconut, and then half of the opposing teams you go against are just going to remove the coconut with Raccoon, with Bat, with Microbe. You can see here this team had Raccoon at the front, so if it was Doberman team, the the coconut would have been stolen. I definitely think Raccoon at the low tier just doesn't really make any sense. I think it's tier 3 at the moment. But I'm sure there's plenty of balance changes to come. And I mean, I haven't really been paying too much attention to what's happening in each battle, but I think the hoopoes they're doing okay, but probably mainly because of their stats. It is quite interesting to see the ability work when I think that if there's only one pet on the opposing team left, then that pet is both the front and the back pet, so it triggers twice and hits the same pet twice, I think. Here we use the anglerfish just because we get the free pet, and then next turn I can buy-sell it for +1 gold. You can see that the hoopoe's ability is actually doing very, very little damage in battle, and it's really just the big stats that are carrying. I do think the ability is kind of interesting. I'm sure there's stuff we can do with it in custom packs, but in this pack it feels a little bit underwhelming. And here you can actually see a kind of a mini, it's not really a bug, I guess it's just a glitch, where if you try and buy-sell the ferret, if you're too quick, you end up with the ferret still on your cursor when you're picking the toy. So that's something that could maybe be tidied up, but it's not really a big deal. And here, might as well freeze the double melon and replace the pie. I think I called it cake earlier, but it is pie. And 9 wins, we get matched with opposing hoopoe bird, but they didn't scale as aggressively as we did. They've got the elephant seal instead, and they hung on to a duck. However, it was still a very close battle in the end because of the equipment they had. But there you go. There's 10 wins with the extremely expensive double hoopoe bird.